Isang masaya at magandang Monday morning sa inyo mga kasugpat, and welcome to this new episode of What's Up Sugpat.
Ang What's Up Sugpat ay isa sa mga segments ng SUGPAT TV to bring you good vibes every Monday to start your week light and bright. This is Shek.
And this is Raj, and thank you for tuning in to What's Up Sugpat. Starting off with hashtag TGIM or Thank God It's Monday. Today is May 11 and yesterday we celebrated Mother's Day. And for this episode, we would like to extend that celebration for the rest of the week.
You know, ito talaga, hindi talaga debatable na our mothers o yung mga tumatayong nanay sa buhay natin have played a really big role sa buhay natin kung paano tayo lumaki at kung sino man tayo ngayon.
Agree! Sobrang agree ako dyan, Shek. Kaya naman, bilang buwan naman ng good vibes for this morning, para sa ating mga mommies, mga nanays na nanonood sa atin ngayon, we have prepared a simple something for all of you. Please watch this.
Hey Mommy, happy Mother's Day. I love you.
Happy Mother's Day to all moms out there. Thank you so much for your love and support. Love you all. Mwah.
To my mommy, to my grandma, and to all mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for everything and I love you.
Hi May, happy Mother's Day to you, and thank you for being a hardworking, loving, and caring mother to us. I'm really grateful that you are my mom, and I wish you well all throughout the years. Love you.
Hi Mommy, happy Mother's Day. I just want to let you know that I am and will always be grateful for the sacrifices that you've made and you've done for the family. I hope that you continue to be healthy so that we can celebrate more Mother's Day in the future. There's not enough words to describe really how blessed I feel that you are my mom. You are the best mom in the world and I love you so much. Bye-bye!
I'm a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for everything that you have done for me. Thank you for every hug, for every reminders, for every words of encouragement and act of love that you have given me in my 19 years of existence. With love from the luckiest son in the world, you're my one and only mom, and even though we're far from each other, always remember that I will always have a place in my heart for you. Happy Mother's Day!
Hi Ma, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for everything, for the hard works, for the love, care, and protection. I really appreciate what you do, and I just want to say that I'm so lucky that you are my mother. Ikaw yung tipong mama na parang feel ko na sa'yo na lahat. Kasi kinapagalitan mo ako pero hinahayaan mo kung gawin yung gusto ko. Kasi alam mo dun ako masaya, pero hindi sa mga masasamang bagay, kundi sa mabubuting bagay. Andyan ka rin lagi para suportahan ako, kahit minsan sobrang kulit ko na, pero still love mo pa rin ako. Thank you. And I love you so much. And to all the mothers out there, I wish you a happy Mother's Day.
Sobrang sweet naman na ating video greetings for our mommies today. And we thank everyone who sent us their video greetings. Thank you guys!
And sa mga pahabol na greetings ninyo para sa inyong mga mommies, mga nanay, just feel free to write it on the comment section below. And pahabol na rin for my mom. Mang, happy Mother's Day. I love you so much.
Happy Mother's Day din sa aking nanay na si Mama Daisy. I love you, Ma.
Yan, Shek, ako gusto ko talagang sabihin na ang sarap sa pakiramdam that we have a mother or that we have a family. And especially dito sa SUGPAT, we always celebrate that sense of having a family.
Kaya once again, happy Mother's Day sa lahat ng nanay sa buong mundo. We thank God for your lives and thank God it's Monday.
Thank God it's Monday! 1, 2, 3, go! It's Notify Time!
Magtungo naman tayo sa 5 updates at notifications tungkol sa kabataan.
Yes, isang good vibes at good news para sa ating lahat itong Monday morning na ito mga kasugpat. Ang Senate Bill number 1365 o ang Alternative Learning System Act ay pumasa na sa third and final reading nito sa Senado. Woohoo!
Ang Alternative Learning System Act ay naglalayong i-institutionalize at mas palakasin pa ang ALS program sa basic education ng bansa.
Yes, ginagarantisado rin ito na mas marami pang mga out-of-school youth at adults ang makapag-aral. At syempre, mas palalawakin pa ang partnerships ng ALS sa government agencies, including private sectors at mga NGOs.
Alam mo, Rog, maganda rin itong ALS Act or wait, ulit. Alam mo, Rog, maganda rin maganda rin itong ALS Act. Alam mo, Rog, maganda rin itong ALS Act para sa ating ALS implementers dahil sa ilalim ng act na ito, mas palalakasin pa ang ALS Teachers Program sa pamamagitan ng pre-service at in-service trainings, pagdagdag ng ALS teacher items, at most especially, ang pagbibigay ng transportation allowance at teaching aid sa ating ALS implementers.
Yes, at dito rin bubuuin ang bagong bukha ng Bureau of Alternative Learning System. Yan, napakalapit na at sana ay magtuloy-tuloy na ito.
Magtungo naman tayo sa ating hashtag Notified number 2, kung saan isi-share natin ang mga amazing na ginagawa ng mga ALS implementers sa kapitbahay nating region, ang Region 10. Alam mo ba, Rog, na kahit nasa quarantine tayo at mayroong pandemic na nangyayari, hindi pa rin tumitigil sa pagsaserbisyo ang ating mga ALS implementers.
Yes, sa Region 10, gumagamit ang ating mga ALS teachers ng iba't ibang paraan upang maipaabot ang kanilang mga lessons sa kanilang mga ALS learners. At isa na rito ay ang radio-based instruction, kung saan nakikipag-partner sila sa kanilang mga local radio stations upang maipaabot ng ALS teachers ang kanyang mga mensahe para sa kanyang mga ALS learners.
Yes, meron rin silang group chat sessions or one-on-one session gamit ang Facebook Messenger app para sa kanilang learning activities at materials. At isa rin sa mga ginagamit nila ang DepEd Commons modules at online feedbacking.
Yes, at ginagamit rin nila ang ICT for ALS kung saan makikita ang lahat ng mga resources para sa alternative learning system. Speaking of ICT for ALS, itong Notify number 3 dati na pang pag-good vibes itong Monday morning ay tungkol sa ating Power for Youth worksheets. Alam niyo ba na ang ating Power for Youth activity-based worksheets ay nasa ICT for ALS na?
Last week, we were able to know kung ano ang ICT for ALS. Ngayong week naman, pwede natin itong balikan para makita natin ang ating mga worksheets.
Yes, and this is how you do it. To the left, to the right, come on. First, we open our browser sa phone natin o sa ating computer at i-type natin ang bit.ly/ICT4ALS. Kapag na-open na natin yon, ay i-scroll down natin hanggang makarating tayo sa latest editions. Kapag na-open na natin yon, i-scroll down natin hanggang makarating tayo sa latest editions. At pumili tayo kung anong topic ang gusto nating matutunan. For example, pwede nating i-click ang Power for Youth Hand Washing Worksheet bilang isa sa mga napaka-importanting topics na kailangan nating matutunan ngayong COVID-19 pandemic. So if you click it, you will be directed doon sa instructions para sa module na yon.
There, di ba napakadali lang hanapin? You may also share these online worksheets with your family members sa bahay. At para sa mga ALS teachers na nanonood po ngayon, you may use these learning materials for your learners.
Yes! At again, para makita ninyo ang mga resources sa ating ICT for ALS, just go to your browsers and type bit.ly/ICT4ALS.
Notify number 4. Magtungo naman tayo sa #Tala-Arawan Share Your Light campaign ng UNICEF. Ang Tala-Arawan Share Your Light campaign ay collection ng mga short videos na gawa ng mga kabataan upang magbigay ng motivation at inspiration sa mga kabataan at iba pang Pilipino ngayong panahon ng krisis.
Yes, maglalaman ito ng inspiring stories, inspiring artworks, mga kanta, sayaw, spoken word at iba pa. Dahil nais nating maghatid ng saya, ng ngiti at kulay sa panahong lugmok ang mundo natin.
Yes, kaya ina-encourage ka namin na mag-submit ng inyong entries. At kung ikaw ay interesado, magtungo lamang sa bit.ly/talaarawan para sa kompletong guidelines.
Ngayon naman ay tungo tayo sa ating huling update, ang Notified number 5. Ang U-Report ay isang social messaging tool kung saan hinihikaya tayong mga kabataan na makialam sa mga nagaganap sa komunidad natin upang maging instrumento tayo ng pagbabago.
Simple lamang ito. Para makaregister, i-like ang U-Report Philippines sa Facebook at i-message sila. Pindutin nyo ang Get Started button para makapag-register.
Yes, gusto lang talaga nating malaman ng mga nasa gobyerno natin kung ano yung mga nararamdaman natin, mga kabataan, at kung paano tayo nakakasurvive sa panahon ng krisis tulad ng dinadanas natin ngayon.
Ang pagsagot sa survey na ito ay tutulong sa UNICEF at sa gobyerno upang maayos na makarespond sa pangangailangan ng mga kabataan. So, gamit ang inyong Facebook Messenger, sagutan nyo ang survey na may tag na Perception. After nyo sagutan ng survey, hiyain nyo rin ang inyong mga kaibigan na i-fill out ang survey na ito at i-share ito sa inyong mga kakilala.
That's all para sa ating Notified. Yan ang ating mga latest updates para sa inyong lahat ngayong umaga. It's time for the Bayanihan Collectives. Dito sa What's Up Sugpat, we are featuring all the initiatives na ginagawa ng mga Pilipino as acts of heroism para bigyan ng tulong ang lahat ng mga nangangailangan nito.
From Luzon, Visayas to Mindanao, we bring you every Monday morning these organizations, institutions, or groups of people na nagbibigay pag-asa sa ating lahat, lalong-lalo na ngayon sa panahon ng krisis.
Bago pa man naitala ng Zamboanga City ang first COVID-19 patient nito, ang Ateneo de Zamboanga University ay bumuo na ng relief and response operations.
Tagged as Oplan kontra COVID-19, ang Ateneo de Zamboanga University ay nag-launch ng kanilang call for cash donations upang mabigyan ng pagkain at hygiene items ang mga communities dito sa Zamboanga City.
And telling us more about the Oplan kontra COVID-19 relief and response operations, we have the team leader, Mr. John Mayo Enriquez.
So, welcome Sir Mayo to What's Up SUGPAT program, and thank you for na paunlakan ninyo yung aming invitation for this interview.
Sure. Thank you also, Jane. Siguro I would like to express my gratitude to our Ateneo Center for Culture and the Arts and our SUGPAT team for initiating such an innovative program or project, especially during this time of pandemic. Maraming salamat sa inyo, Jin.
You're welcome, sir. Bago pa man naitala ng Zamboanga City, sir, yung ating first COVID-19 patient, we already started, Ateneo de Zamboanga University already started forming itong Oplan kontra COVID-19 as relief and response operation. Paano po ito nagsimula, sir? How did this come about?
This has always been the mission of Ateneo de Zamboanga University, especially focusing on community engagement, extension, social action, and helping the poor and hungry. As you could remember, part of the structure of the universities, we have this, what we call the Ateneo de Zamboanga University Quick Response Team. This quick response team is a mechanism to help those who have been displaced, who have been affected by man-made or natural calamities. So I think part of what this program started way back during the Camino Nuevo fire near Ateneo de Zamboanga University main campus in La Purísima. So this has been expanded, and part of the greater engagement that the SUPURT did is during Zamboanga Siege.
Yes,
2013 Zamboanga Siege. So, isa to sa mga programming that the university has been engaging for years. So, with this recent event of COVID-19 pandemic, this is a way of proactive approach in addressing and fighting COVID-19. So, as you know, and others or we know, the enhanced community quarantine really affected the livelihood and lives of Zamboangueños, especially the poor and those in the peripheries. With the support and direction of our university president and the directors of our social development units, this initiative came about. So, yun.
Okay, so really it's part of the institution's mission, and even in crisis, we're still trying to uphold our mission bilang men and women for others and for God. And through this offline contra COVID na initiative ng Ateneo de Zamboanga University, ano po yung unique goals ito ngayon since we are in a pandemic, and I don't think na yung QRT natin before has already experienced responding to a crisis such as this. So, I think this has unique goals, sir.
Yeah, that's right, Jin. No? The Oplan Contra COVID is first of all initiated by our social development unit. This project really is extending assistance to people affected by the enhanced community quarantine in Zamboanga City. And as you could see, there are ECQ guidelines, the enhanced community quarantine guidelines. In the Zamboanga siege or any other relief operations such as flood, earthquakes, or the Zamboanga siege, this COVID-19 issue is really difficult. Why? Because we need to stay at home. And if you will need a relief operations, you need manpower, you need people to do the repacking, distribution, and monitoring of the relief goods that will be donated. So the goal really here for ADSU is to support by augmenting the efforts of the local government and Zamboanga City, particularly the hungry, So it's important to look into this because the campus, our main campus, is on lockdown. We have also our safety protocols. It's really supporting and augmenting the efforts of our city government. That's really the main focus. So let me just focus on these two main thrusts or goals of the university or the Oplan Contra COVID of Heal the Sick and Feed the Hungry. Heal the Sick really focuses on the protection of our city health personnel and system. So as you could see, we lent the ADSU campus to serve as its isolation facility. We also provided 2 buses to Ciudad Medical and WIMSI because, as you know, our public transportation is on hold, or based on the guidelines, we don't have any public transportation. So our medical personnel, those who don't have any transportation, it's very difficult for them. That's why we provided these ADSU buses to our partner hospitals. At the same time, what's good here is we also created through the help of our Center for Information Technology and Sciences, they created the COVID-19 app to help the City Health Office and DOH monitor its COVID cases. So at the same time, we also provided personal protective equipments to our public and private hospitals in the city. So yun yung Heal the Sick, Gene. At the same time, yung second point na Feed the Hungry, it really focuses on reaching out to our vulnerable communities. If you will think, it's compared to us, this is quite unique, Gene, here. As you could see, during our Zamboanga siege and any other natural calamities such as flood or earthquake, it's only a certain community that we are catering. For example, around 2 or 3 barangays. But for this pandemic, the entire Zamboanga City, or not only Zamboanga City, but the entire world or the Philippines is now having difficulties in terms of the crisis. So many lives, businesses, and livelihoods have been affected. So the main question when we did this programming is, who will be our focus? So yun yung big question. And in terms of management of resources, you also need to look into how many resources or budget you have in order to provide these relief goods. So part of the direction of our directors and of our university president, Father Karel, we want to focus on the 3 barangays. The 3 barangays or areas are within our university campus. the La Purisima campus, which is Zone 2, Barangay Zone 2, and our Croix campus in Tumaga. Yes, and at the same time, one of our most vulnerable community in Barangay Talon-Talon, the Simariki Island, which is mostly indigenous people. They really rely only on agar-agar and fishing as their main source of livelihood. So they are also affected by that ECQ because they cannot bring their goods to main market because of the lack of transportation. So they are really affected by this. But also I want to note here, hindi lang yung tatlo na areas ang ating focus. We also look into other areas that need the help of ADSU. So it's really augmentation through the coordination of our city government, through our LGU. So that's how it works for our
Yes. Sure. I observed, and I noticed that the Offline COVID through the ADSU Facebook page has also released call for donations. And then I think it was also the start when ADSU launched the call for cash donations, where all of the help coming from different places, hindi lang dito sa Zamboanga City, started to come in and arrive in our place. And so in the past months that we have been doing this, sir, dito na kasi papasok yung bayanihan efforts natin bilang mga Pilipino, especially sa panahon ng crisis. And so sino-sino na yung ating mga naging partners or who have been really with us since the beginning, who willingly contributed their help for the relief and response operation?
Yeah, siguro Jean, let me just begin that all these were made possible by our ADSU alumni students. Even our current students are also initiating such cash donation campaign. I think yesterday one of our El Consejo Atenista officers messaged me and told me that they are going, and I think they already had some campaigns for us to be given to our offline COVID-19 outreach. So at the same time, we also have these institutions and long-time partners in our social development units and in ADSU, our Cartwheel Foundation, the Tanging Yaman Foundation, Simbahan Lingkod ng Bayan of Ateneo de Manila, and at the same time, the Ateneo de Manila Dream Team, which is a organization whose focus is really to help those in times of calamity such as this. And of course, we have our Chuchi Foundation with the help of Doc Anton. He is not only helping us in terms of relief, but providing us knowledge and technology in terms of creating the mask, the cloth mask. So I think it's also important. We are looking into that also in the next few months. We all know that in this new normal, mask is really an important need nowadays. And of course, as a Jesuit institution, we also had got support from Philippine Jesuit Aid Association. And of course, Jean, the many various individual donors that we receive. If I will tell you, there are so many students, alumni, and even friends have really given. So this is really a bayanihan that, to be honest, what I'm feeling right now, it's really being grateful to these partners and stakeholders of ours.
Yes. And in the coming days, sir, we know that mahirap pa rin isipin na mababalik na tayo sa normal, no? Or sa dati nating nakasanayang normal. And I think that will continue to affect the communities that we serve and the people that we help through the offline COVID-19 relief and response operation. So how do we visualize, sir, yung the next coming days, the next coming weeks so far sa project natin?
Yeah, that's a good question, Jin. No, part of our ways forward here is really, first of all, we need to salute our frontliners. Our distribution and repacking would not have been possible to the help of our barangay officials, our Sanggunian Kabataan Council, our partner teachers in the public school, and even our
Wow.
programs in the so here, Jean, if you will think, the first framework of relief operations is really, if you are going to do relief, ang unang mag-respond is the institution like Ateneo. So we will call for volunteers. But because we have limited access and dapat may social distancing, what we did is we really gave and empowered our barangay officials. I know they're tired, but I think that's how we want to empower them also at the same time, help them.
Yes.
Of course, may mga support. We will provide them with the necessary PPEs kasi kailangan din nila maging protected in a way. And at the same time, Jin, yung ways forward din ng Oplan contra COVID, it's not really only about relief operations, the food packs. I think part of the ways forward here is really to strengthen our psychological first aid. So this is also an important aspect in our operations, the mental wellness of our people, not only of ADSU people, but the entire Zamboanga City. So the role really of our mental wellness facilitators or our guidance counselor in the guidance office is really crucial nowadays, because ECQ will not only affect on your economic lifestyle, but also in your mental lifestyle. So it's important that we also need to look into this. So many of our facilitators are now addressing or supporting or providing mental support to our ADSU students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. So I think recently, one hospital requested, or I think two hospital requested for a mental wellness program for our medical frontliners. So it's also crucial to look into this as we so yun Jin, yun
Right.
yung mga nakikita natin.
Yes, sir. And I think, sir, itong offline contra COVID natin, this has been for months already that we have been doing this. What are your biggest realizations, sir?
Very critical question, Gino. Siguro, let me just emphasize here that I think we still need to continue to provide to our poor and needed communities, because unless what I'm visioning in the next months, Jin, I'm hearing that IATF will now move. I think in Luzon and other parts of the Philippines, ECQ, some of the cities and provinces are now into GCQ, right? Last May 1. The general community quarantine. So it's a different aspect. I think public transportation and some industry can now open. But if you will look into it, there's also an effect to the economic and income of our daily wage earners, especially for those who need to work, those who are in the no work, no pay salary structure or class. So, ang realization ko dito, our relief operations will not end when ECQ will turn to GCQ here in Zamboanga City. So, we are still looking into extending in other sectors. It's not only now barangay, but now sectors. We need to look into who will really be affected in the GCQ.
Right.
Sino ba yung pwedeng i-prioritize natin dito? So, however, Jean, part of that realization is also the challenge of looking at the financial aspect. We need to balance what resources we have and to whom we give or prioritize. So, it's really difficult kasi sa first phase ng disaster response, relief operation is just more or less, it should not go along a month. Dapat quick lang siya. Yeah. But now we are on the 45, I think more than a month ng ating ECQ. So it's really a big realization for me now in handling relief operation. So ang dapat after relief operation, dapat nag-transition na tayo to more of rehabilitation. We need to rehab for the people. So yun. But it's really being innovative. Siguro Jin, one quick point na lang na nakita namin innovative here through the help of our social development directors, units of the different units. We are now engaging, di ba we need masks, the cloth mask. what we did right now is we empowered our existing lamisahan women weavers. So they know how to weave clothes and the mga abaka bags. So what we did right now is we tapped them in order to make cloth masks. So technology has been passed to them, and we are now expecting to produce masks that we'll be giving to our frontliners and even to our internal ADSU community. So mga ganun na mga ideas from our units, from our directors, really escalated for having a more sustainable and rehab approach of fighting COVID-19. So,
Yes, and this is really can be a model as well to all the groups and other institutions who are also doing relief and response operations in this time of crisis. Yan. For our last part na lang, sir, any message that you would want to share to us? Because we're doing this program to also, give good vibes sa ating mga kasukpat na nanonood ngayon. What message would you want to give to them?
Yeah. Siguro, I know we are feeling anxiety, fear, frustrated, disappointed of this environment of uncertainty, difficulty, and siguro challenging. We call it the challenging new normal. Siguro tawag nila new normal, but I want to call it as a challenging one. But with this challenging one, we want to also look into opportunities. It's just being creative. The new normal is something we are not comfortable. We are uncomfortable with. However, we still need to be hopeful in terms of this new normal. Kasi we also need to look into focusing our health. Siguro if we will think always negative or sabi mo nga walang good vibes, baka it will not affect, the effect of COVID-19 is different into our mental wellness. So we must be hopeful. I know Filipinos are very resilient, Jean. We have come a long time of disasters, calamities.
That's right.
Yeah. In Zamboanga City, we have experienced Zamboanga siege. So I think we must continue to be engaged, learn how to manage our information. I think the fake news is really rampant nowadays, and it's frustrating what is happening. But we must continue to be positive and pray hard in order for us to be healthy mentally and physically. So I think this pandemic will end soon, and new normal will be addressed in all sectors. So hindi dapat magkakaroon tayo ng bagong way of thinking. Yun yung dapat tingnan din natin. So siguro din I would like to ask our SUGPAT viewers to remain positive and please continue to be active and engaged in many ways. So internet connection and other innovative hard softwares and other ways of communicating is now available. So yun. Siguro, Gino, last na, let me just take this opportunity to salute all of our frontliners, to the men and women, especially our medical doctors, nurses, staff working in the hospital, local and national officials, our public servants who have been working for this mission of healing, service, and public health. May you continue to be our heroes, and God bless and stay safe.
Alright, there you have it, mga kasugpat, the team leader of the Oplan contra COVID-19 of Ateneo de Zamboanga University, Mr. John Mayo Enriquez. Thank you very much, Sir Mayo.
Aside sa pagbibigay relief sa ating mga kababayan, ang Ateneo de Zamboanga University ay nag-launch rin ng isang initiative para naman pangalagaan ang ating mental health, ang Ketal 2.
Yes, makakasama natin ngayon si Miss Sheila Tiong upang kwentuhan tayo tungkol sa ginagawa nila.
So, nandito po tayo kasama natin si Ma'am Sheila Chong of the Ateneo Guidance Office. Hi, Ma'am Sheila!
Hi, good afternoon!
Sige po. Say hi naman po to our viewers ngayon na nanonood ngayong umaga.
Oh, hello, good afternoon everyone to those who are watching. Hopefully, you will get to learn something out of this. And hopefully, you'll also feel comfortable just getting in your thoughts and feelings.
Sige, ma'am. First, can you share to us po about the mental health wellness initiative that Ateneo de Zamboanga is doing?
So, bale, at mental health wellness, it's composed of 13 counselors who join hands together to volunteer to look after the mental welfare of our ADSU faculty and staff, students, parents, alumni, and of course, our ADSU friends.
So how did Ateneo come up with this initiative po?
Alam naman natin siya, no, na Ateneo is always at the forefront. Mapa education, mapa health need, or whatever need, especially in this current state. So if I remember it right, last week of March or first week of April, so Sir John Mayo Enriquez reached out to me because Father Carl wants to look into the mental well-being of our faculty and staff, students, and parents. So parang last first week of April, we had a meeting with a different committee under the umbrella of Mayo, that is the COVID-19 crisis response team, so headed by him. So I represent the counselors in the committee on mental health. So aside from the things that the STU is doing, yung relief goods, so kami naman, we are into the mental wellness of the community.
So far po, kamusta na yung initiative na ito?
So far, we launched the project last April 13. So today is our 24th day, and we're able to cater 22 clients. So combined na yun, no, with students, faculty and staff, and ADSU friends. So far, we have 22 clients to date, and some of them are having follow-up.
So, sa pag-launch nyo and sa pag-hold ng project na ito, what are your realizations when you held this initiative?
Personally, for me, I've experienced this big gap. So siguro, our culture, we're not yet that ready, or we're not yet that open to siguro sharing our concerns or sharing our personal struggles to strangers. So yun siguro yung isa sa mga struggles na we are observing as a team. And aside from that, possible din, but I may be wrong, never possible din na, because many of our counselors or our mental health professionals there in the team are also very young. So baka din possible na hesitant yung iba to approach any one of us in the team. So yun. Pero aside from that, on the lighter note naman, there were affirmations that we received. For example, there are individuals na after a session, nakatulog na ng maayos. Then there are clients naman, because of the homework they're given by their respective counselor or facilitator, they're able to manage their daily struggle. So yun, yung hope lang talaga namin is sana people will be more open to receiving the free online PFP. Kasi galing na din sa mga nag-avail ng service nito. So far, yun yung realization ko na siguro it's our culture here in Zamboanga na people are hesitant to share because siguro of the stigma that we still have as of now regarding mental health, regarding sharing to others yung problema na pinagdadaanan.
Pero like ang maganda kasi dito, ma'am, no, is that we create a safe space for them to really share their sentiments, especially now that we're in a pandemic. Lahat tayo nasa bahay lang. It's really important to open up, kagaya ng sabi niyo, ma'am, to open up and share their sentiments kasi there's nothing to be afraid of or to be embarrassed in feeling anxious or feeling stress, di ba, ma'am, during this quarantine. So, meron po ba kayong tips na pwedeng or advice na pwedeng i-share sa mga nanonood sa atin ngayon if they're feeling anxious or stressed or uneasy, ano yung pwede nyo pong sabihin sa kanila?
Bale, ganito, no? Kasi you mentioned, magandang minention mo, Shek, na this online thing that we're currently doing, it's a safe space. And I'm sure many of us really wants to connect. Siguro, ang masabi ko lang is, when you get into online PFP, it's like going to your friend, or it's like going to your mother or to your sister. Kaso lang, in this online PFA, ng trust and confidence, because this person that we're about to open up with is a stranger. But on the lighter note, maganda kasi strangers. Ibig sabihin, walang bias. Unlike when we go to a friend or our family member, at times, alam naman natin kung ano yung sasabihin nila. Like for example, Ma'am, I don't want to talk to my mom about my struggles, or to my best friend about my struggle, kasi alam ko na yung sasabihin, ikain mo lang yan, itulog mo lang yan. Or on another perspective naman, ayokong i-share kay mama or kay papa kasi alam kong ang dami nilang pinagdadaanan. So dadagdag pa ba ako sa bigat ng dinadaanan nila? So my point here, Shek, this online PFA thing that we've had since April 13, it's composed of competent and passionate counselors, no matter the age. So siguro the youngest is 21 or 22. Still, really, I can guarantee you that they are competent counselors. And the main thing that we practice is confidentiality. So if you agree to get into the relationship, the professional relationship, you'll be given the confidentiality clause. So ibig sabihin, kami as a counselor or the attending mental health professional, we assure you that no information about what you shared will be leaked to anyone. So yun. Tapos, it's like ba, pag may pinagdadaanan ka, tapos, share mo to sa kaibigan mo or kahit kanino, it's like laying down your cards. And ikaw mismo, nabibigla ka sa mga naririnig mong sinasabi mo. Yun bang, ikaw mismo, you get surprised na, hala, eto pala yung mga pinagdadaanan ko na kinikip ko lang past days or for the past weeks. Tapos the good thing about this is the other person, the mental health professional, is skilled and trained. Yeah. So matutulungan ka niya to look into your cards and to make the most out of the good cards that you have. So parang ganun. So my point here is we continue to reach out to you guys, to invite you. If you are struggling, if you're anxious, can't sleep, scared na baka mahawa or whatever it is that's going through your head, kailan ba ako babalik sa school, babalik sa work, etc. We are here to assist you to make sense out of your thoughts, out of your feelings, because really it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not feel okay. Even us as counselors, as mental health professionals. So when it comes to confidentiality, we keep it. That's our number one priority. And then allow us to journey with you, to assist you. Because in this relationship, hindi lang naman kami yung tumutulong sa inyo, kundi kayo din, tumutulong din kayo sa amin. And the best thing that we can offer is our time, and our professional skills.
So yun, thank you for... Yes. Thank you for sharing, Ma'am Shayla. No? Parang this technology thing is a blessing for us because even though we're, stuck in our homes, we can still get to reach out to mental health professionals like you and the other counselors. So, sa mga nanonood sa atin, I encourage you and Ma'am Shayla as well to really gamitin natin itong mga opportunities like this. If you're feeling bothered or stressed, merong mga counselors like Ma'am Shayla and her team to help you, sabi nga ni Ma'am Shayla, to lay down your cards and, open up. And yung mga secrets or yung mga isi-share niyo sa kanila is confidential. So you don't have to worry about it leaking or kakalat sa buong mundo, yun. So, yeah, parang magandang bagay itong ganito na there's people out there who is willing to talk to you. Kung pwede silang makinig sa'yo, pwede silang mag-share sa'yo kung ano yung pwede mong gawin if you're feeling sick. Lastly, Ma'am Shay, what can you share to our viewers to help them overcome their anxiety kung meron silang, parang nahihirapan silang mag-cope up with this pandemic, they're unsure, ano yung pwede niyong i-share sa kanilang advice to help them cope up?
Siguro, one of the good things that they can look into, kasi diba, etong pandemic kasi parang boom! Like, isang araw, nagising na lang tayo na, hala, close na pala, hindi na pala ako makakapasok ng work, hindi na pala ako makakapasok ng school, parang biglaan siya. No? For me personally, it wasn't really a gradual thing, it was like a boom thing. So siguro, like, nung hindi pa to nangyari, how were you? What kept you sane? Or what were the things that you enjoyed doing? What were your coping, positive, creative coping, healthy coping? Naiwan natin doon because we panicked. Ganun naman, di ba? Pag nagpanik pag nagpapanik tayo, nakalimutan natin. Ako yung to the nakalimutan na natin kumain, even to drink water, even to sleep properly because we constantly worry and worry and worry. And at the end of the day, realize na I wasted my energy worrying tapos wala naman talaga palang nangyari. So siguro, to stop, take a pause, get a paper and pen, jot down. How was I before this happened? I was in control of these things. Tapos nangyari to, I don't have control. So what are the current things that I can't control? But still, I'm sure that you still have control of a lot of good things. So hold on to it. Kasi eto naman, temporary lang naman to. As with anything, change is the most permanent. So, if you're able to live a good life before this, I'm sure if you're able to hold on to the good things that you have and have forgotten, if you hold on to them, you continue to survive, continue to live the life that you want to, and you'll be able to move forward every day. Hindi yung biglaan na kukunin mo yon tapos okay ka na bukas or mamaya. Hindi. Again, it's a gradual process. Yung moving forward slowly. So yun. Tapos, very important talaga is don't forget to breathe properly. Don't forget to breathe properly. Alam naman natin yan kung paano, di ba? Kasi only by breathing properly will you be able to get back to your focus. And when you're focused, you get to think clearly and you get to know what to do next, a step at a time. So again, pause. Go back to before this pandemic happened. How were you? What were your healthy coping? What were your positive coping? Nagawa mo nga dati. Magagawa mo rin ngayon in spite of the unstable and unhealthy situation. So yun.
Wow, thank you very much, Ma'am Shayla. Ako, no, I personally learned a lot dito sa conversation natin na it's really important to stop and, you know, think of the things na you can control and cannot control. Kasi ngayon, parang feeling natin na we really can't do anything about this. Pero there's actually a lot of things and a lot of positive things that we can control. And most importantly, to breathe. Yun, importante na huminga tayo kasi parang, di ba, it's important to really refocus and recenter ourselves. So, thank you, Ma'am Shayla. Any last words or departing words to our viewers ngayon na gusto niyo pa pong i-share?
Again, no, in behalf of the team, of the mental wellness team, I highly encourage you to avail our free online PMA. It's also a form of you telling yourself na, ako naman ngayon, self-care, self-love. We are composed of 13 competent and passionate counselors and we practice utmost confidentiality. Try nyo lang kahit isang beses. Pag hindi nyo nagustuhan, you can always stop it. And if you know of someone, friends, loved ones, family members who need someone to talk to, and feeling nyo na hindi pa kayo ready makinig sa kanila, please refer them to this online therapy. I guarantee you na iba talaga pag nailabas mo kung ano yung pinagdadaanan mo. And lastly, actually, kung ano man yung sagot na hinahanap mo, it's already within you. It's just a matter of letting it out, spreading your cards in front of you. From there, you get to pick the best card. And you can only do this with someone. So choose to avail this free online service. So yun.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Sheila. We will be flashing sa aming screens kung paano nyo ma-avail itong free service na ina-offer ni Ma'am Sheila along with her team. So, screenshot this, guys. Minsan lang magkakaroon ng ganitong klaseng opportunity. So, might as well use them. Thank you very much, Ma'am Shay. Thank you, Ma'am.
Thank you very much, Sir Mayo and Ma'am Sheila, for joining us today.
Ang call for cash donations ay bukas pa rin sa lahat ng gustong magbahagi ng tulong para sa poor communities dito sa Zamboanga City at sa lahat ng ating frontline workers.
Maaari niyong i-transfer ang inyong cash donations through the bank accounts na makikita ninyo sa screens ninyo ngayon. Take a screenshot of it.
And don't forget to send a photo of the receipt or deposit slip to sdo@adzu.edu.ph. That's all for our second episode of What's Up, SUGPAT. Kung meron kayong gustong malaman o gustong ma-feature, huwag mahiyang mag-PM sa aming Facebook page.
This has been Raj and Shek, and thank you very much for tuning into your new Monday morning habit. See you again next Monday kung saan sama-sama at salo-salo tayo sa good vibes every Monday morning. This is What's Up, SUGPAT.
Thank you, guys!